Well, hello YouTube and Facebook. How you doing? G'day, Miss Bazinga. It's Ecom Rebel. We are live again. A little bit late tonight. I won't try and keep you too late. We'll get into it straight away. So let's draw a winner from last night. Let me just find my mouse here. Let's find a winner. Now, if you're not sure how to become a winner, all you need to do is after the live gets posted to YouTube or onto Facebook, you just go in and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell icon if you want notifications, and then ask a question or put a comment, and then under that just put your Bitcoin Cash address. So let's pick a winner. Let's see who we have. Leo Neo, great content. Thank you for that. Appreciate that, Leo Neo. Let's send you some Bitcoin Cash. $10 US coming your way. Sent. All right, and when you get that, Leo, just let me know in the comments. That'd be great. Okay, awesome. So let's get into it. Now, if there's any questions, Mr. Bazinga, seeing you're on first, if you have any questions for me tonight, just ask and I'll be too happy to help out. So let's get into the news. Check out Cointelegraph. Pretty good for news. All right, so there was good news about SEC. So this was in the US. The SEC was having hearings about blockchain, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and it was basically a good thing. I actually saw some of the videos of when they were talking about crypto, and it was pretty good. They also mentioned Bitcoin in there. It was pretty good. So that was a good sign. I mean, it could have went a lot worse. So that was good. So I'll just have a quick look at this article, see if they've got anything mentioning in here. Yeah, so they had some testimonies. Yep, so this guy here, Christopher, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. As we saw with the development of the internet, we cannot put the technology genie back in the bottle. Virtual currencies mark a paradigm shift in how we think about payments, traditional financial processes, and engaging in economic activity. Ignoring those developments will not make them go away, nor is responsible regulatory response. To be clear, I'm very optimistic that developments in financial technology will help facilitate capital formation, providing promising investment opportunities for institutional and Main Street investors alike. From a financial regulatory perspective, these developments may enable us to better monitor transactions, holdings, and obligations, and other activities and characteristics of our markets, thereby facilitating a regulatory mission, including, importantly, investor protection. And at the same time, regardless of the promise of this technology, those who invest in their hard-earned money and opportunities that fall within the scope of the federal securities law deserve the full protections afforded under those laws. This ever-present needs come into focus when enthusiasm for obtaining a profitable piece of new technology before it's too late is strong and broad. Fraudsters and other bad actors prey on enthusiasm. I do want to recognize that recent social media platforms have restricted the ability of users to promote ICOs and cryptocurrencies on their platforms. I appreciate the responsible step. So there was, it was pretty good. It wasn't bad at all. Also talked about if there was no Bitcoin, there was no development of the blockchain. So that was good. So yeah. And also, I think he was explaining HODL, hold on for dear life. Yes, I think also he was explaining that in his talk. So it was a positive. I think there's a few videos on YouTube for it. So that was pretty good. Okay, so that was the news that came through there. And what else was happening today? Singapore confirms that it will not ban cryptocurrency, so that's a good thing. And what other news do we have? I think that was about it. Oh yeah, Coinbase. They're trying to roll out SegWit for Bitcoin. So that'll be interesting to see when that rolls out. And that covers about it. So yeah, that was the main thing that everyone was waiting on, was this hearing at the SEC. So that was interesting. And so we have a look at. Let's have a quick look. We'll have a look at what happened in the market. So let's look at Coin market cap. So if you've been paying attention today, you would have seen the markets go green, and green they did go. So it was pretty exciting. We got, g'day Ledley, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so basically I saw this starting to turn. I think before I went to sleep last night, I think I actually saw it on the charts, and we had that, it went really low. So I'll just bring up one of the charts so you can have a quick look on Coingy. All right, so we're just looking at GDAX, looking at Bitcoin USD at the moment. Let's wait for that to load. All right, so you can see what happened here. I'll just turn off the volume so we can see down here on the chart. Actually, you can't see on the chart because I'm covering it up. Let me just move myself over into this corner. All right, so hopefully you'll be able to see this. So essentially, what was happening with the chart here, we went nearly all the way down to really just under 6,000, maybe 5.5 down here, and then once it reached just over between maybe 5 and 6, it basically had this strong. These are 1 hour candles. Okay, so it had this strong rebound happening right here, and it continued to climb. Had a little bit of retracement there, just a couple of bars, continued to climb again and continue to climb. It's now at 81.49, and we're just seeing how far it goes. Now, this is good. Currently, it is higher than the previous low here, so that's a good sign. If we switch out to the daily, you can just see where it is on the daily. So it doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet, but this is a really good positive sign. So all we need is, you know, continuation of some really positive days to get us out of this area and move on out. I think this, you know, I'll say it. I really think this is going to be the low. I can't see it any reason going any lower than where it's went. So yeah, I don't predict it to be going down into the 3,000, even 4,000. I don't see that. It will surprise me if it does. I anticipated back when it was doing really well up here. I did anticipate around about 8,000 to 9,000 when I was using the Fibonacci retracements on this. I didn't look at it. I didn't think it would go back to 6, but it has. So you know, but I don't expect to go any further from what you know I can tell and see. So we've had good news today. If we see some good news, we see some positive things happening. Also, I believe the futures is opening. One of the other exchanges is opening up futures as well for Bitcoin. I'll have to find some more details about that. But it's pretty promising. So we're at 81.24. So basically, if you've been looking at your portfolios or anything like that, you would have seen a huge increase in value because it did decrease a lot if you were holding during this period. So we've had some really big increases overnight. So that was good to see. I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, as soon as Bitcoin went up, basically the rest of the markets went up. Ethereum across the board. So let's have a quick look at here. 26% for Bitcoin. 31% for Ethereum. Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Cardano, all about 21%. Litecoin, nice move at 32. Neo, big move with Neo, 51%. Really strong. I mean, that's huge. Stellar at 25%. EOS up 26%. NEM 44. IOTA 35 Dash in position number 12, 34% up today. Tron 40, Lisk 45, VeChain, Icon 67%. That's huge. So you know, a lot of these alts here, they were hit pretty hard with these recent prices, but now they're some really huge gains. So this is pretty exciting news for the alts, if you're especially into the alts. And it's good to see Bitcoin coming back strong, as well as followed by Ethereum. So this is positive news. We just need to continue, you know, maybe even if we can get 3 or 4 days of positive days, I think it's going to make a difference and get some good news out of it. So hopefully we've seen the end of our little dip for a while. So that'll be good. Get back on track. All right. Yes. So pretty happy without that. Let's have a look. Now, I've had a look at some of the comments you guys have been asking. Usually it's, you know, what do I think of certain coins and stuff like that. That's the main thing. Someone asked about the Falcon Heavy launch. I did see that video today. It was interesting. It was interesting seeing those two launches arrive back on the platform at the same time. That was pretty cool. Okay, I haven't done all my research on Transcodium yet. I did briefly look at that one before, but I haven't done enough research to get into that one yet. I just want to think. Okay, yeah. So just to talk about, you know, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, these ones that have been around for a while. You know, these are actually utility coins to use with value and transferring basically value between people. So Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash obviously is new or newer, and then you got Litecoin followed by Dash, Monero. So you know, basically the strongest ones that have been around for a while, of course, is Bitcoin, Litecoin, followed by, I think, Dash has been around for a while. But these are the ones, and obviously Litecoin, I mean, these are the ones for payments. So, you know, generally when it comes to payments, if like I deal with a lot with payments and transferring, most of the time I use Litecoin, and if I can use Dash, it depends on, not many people have Dash, but if I can get a hold of Dash to make transfers, I love using Dash. Failing that, Bitcoin Cash, also Litecoin. So Litecoin's got more adoption, more people use that, but I see also pick up for Bitcoin Cash as well. So it depends on what people use and what they like. So Litecoin's fast, Bitcoin Cash, my experience has been it's very fast, even though, you know, the confirmation times are longer. It still ends up in my wallet much quicker, but Dash is the fastest I've seen in terms of payments. There might be other projects that, you know, might be faster in the future, but currently, in terms of adoption, yeah, Dash would be the fastest one that I've used. So you can have some of these projects. I was looking into, which one was it? Have a look here. Nano. This was Railbox, I think is how you say it. Yeah. Now it's changed its name to Nano. So this one was interesting. I started having, it was XRB. Yeah, Railblocks. So it was very interesting. I had a quick look at this coin, and it was the last couple of days since it's been down. It's been a good buy, 63% up today. It's a big move. I think when I looked at it yesterday, it was obviously half that price. It was only like $5 or $6, and it was a great time to buy it. And basically, you know, that this here is similar technology. Well, actually, it's got its own, hasn't it, for blockchain. It's like with IOTA, it uses like the Tangle, okay, and Nano has what they call a lattice framework. So it's different. It's not blockchain and it's not Tangle. It's a lattice. So they've got their own system that they're operating, and essentially it's feeless. We'll have a quick look at the website if you like. Just have a quick look here. Essentially, it's feeless. It hardly costs anything to run the network. They've got some wallets out at the moment, so instantaneous transactions, zero fees, and also they're talking about scalability, being able to handle huge amount of transactions. So yeah, this is a very interesting project, and that's why Nano currently is number 22 If this progresses, it's only going to get more valuable. I think they're going to have to concentrate on adoption. I've tried the Nano wallet. I haven't downloaded the apps. I think you've got to sign up for the beta, and also you've got this wallet on the desktop, which I haven't done that one. I just did the online wallet just to see what it was like, but I haven't bought any XRB yet, so I haven't transferred any into the wallet to test out those wallet functions. But essentially, it's amazing what this is all about, what they're trying to do, and it's very similar to a lot of the other projects that essentially want to scale, zero fees, and also the instantaneous transactions. That's what they're trying to get. So this is a pretty cool project, and I can only see it growing as long as they keep coming out with basically a new product, whether they make it a better system for people to use. They need to get, like, for example, Nano needs to get integrated with all your wallets, for example. So it needs to be in Exodus, it needs to be in Jax. So it needs to be where people are using it already. And then once they start using it, then they'll adopt it more, and then you'll start people using maybe this coin as opposed to Litecoin. But if people don't own Nano, then they're not going to transfer it to you. So, it's whatever that person has and collects and uses. So if someone, mainly has Litecoin, that's what they're going to pay you in Litecoin. But it just takes a while for things to happen. So this is a good long-term project, and well worth checking out, and definitely big move on it from yesterday. I think when I checked it out, it was about $6-7 yesterday. So yeah, most of these alts I knew were going to go really well as soon as the markets are starting to recover. So this was a good thing, because yeah, I think this will be the last time you see some of these big projects at those prices, because they started out around about this one around 14-30 cents or something in that range, and now we're looking at $11, $12. So it's already had a big move, but it's still got a long way to go for this project. So yeah, XRB Nano, very interesting project if you're looking for something long term. All right, so let's have a look at some of the other comments. I have spoken about Electronium before. It's a pretty good project as long as they keep coming through on their roadmaps. Yeah, some people asking, will Bitcoin rise again? Yes, it will. I actually had, I think I was on Twitter today, and I had, there was a few things I saw on Twitter. I'll just see if I've got them saved here. What did I see that was interesting on Twitter? Oh yeah, that's right. There was there's a couple of other news things. You probably won't be able to see this on the screen, but there's a, I don't know if this is fully functional yet, but it's a send and receive cryptocurrency via SMS, which is pretty cool. So I don't know if you can see that. So it's a little article, and I think in this one it was about Bitcoin Cash, and you can actually send it. So this is I'll try and find some more about this project, but I think that's cool. Be able to actually send crypto, as easy as you can send SMS. I like that. That's a pretty cool integration, the phone. So there was that one, and it could be called Cointext. I'm not sure. I think it's in beta at the moment. I'll try and find the links for that. Cointext is what I think it is. Some other news, General Bytes. I think General Bytes does the ATMs. Okay, so this is to do with Dash. So Dash has basically got a deal with General Bytes, and General Bytes, they operate ATMs. Okay, and what they've done is now you can buy and sell Dash on these new machines. I think the machine's a BATM3 machine. So basically, not only before you could just get out cash, okay, but now you can actually buy and sell, which is pretty exciting. So some of these new ATMs can do that. So they've got that added support. So that is exciting news. Another one I saw there was Komodo. I haven't really done too much about Komodo. So with Komodo, it's a coin. We might have a quick look at it now. So Komodo, they had a little tweet there today, and it was BarterDex is ready for ICO powered by atomic swaps. New milestone, reached 50,000 atomic swaps. So this is sort of something I haven't looked too far into, but Komodo, let's have a quick look at Komodo. So we'll close down Nano and just find it here. So there's Komodo. Went up 32% today. That's a nice, at least it's gone up with the rest of the market. That's awesome. We'll have a quick look at their website. I believe they've actually solved a lot of problems and a lot of features that they have into the one coin. So as you can see, in the past they've had price has been about 24 cents last year, 81 cents, $1.50, $1.75, $2, and around about Christmas time, yeah, it was around the $2 mark. It went crazy like most things. And now we're seeing it back to $4, $2.75, and now we're at $3.94. So if you actually just stand out that, we're back at nearly the same levels and the same sort of growth, except for this rise here. So this is not a bad project. We'll have a quick look at what they've got here. Now, from memory, they were going to do a lot of different things. Let me just see what they've got here. Yeah, so they've got a decentralized exchange. It's called BarterDEX. So I think this is part of what they're creating, which is atomic swap powered. So this would be interesting. I wouldn't mind finding a little bit more about it with this one here. But yeah, the whole idea of having, like imagine if it's an exchange that, like, I don't know what exchanges you've used, but if you say try IDEX, okay, so let's have a quick look at IDEX. I have showed you this one before, IDEX.market. So this is done on the Ethereum platform, and it uses smart contracts. So they've created this basically a web app. Now this is a centralized server running the software, so that's not decentralized. However, the contracts that manage all the trades is real. It's actually built and they've coded it this way. So with IDEX, you can actually trade or buy and sell ERC20 tokens. So anything that's built on an Ethereum network, you can sell. So for example, a lot of ICOs and a lot of new coins end up on here, just like on Ether Delta. And Ether Delta has been around for some time, and IDEX is one of the new ones. Okay, so basically, it's a little bit slow to load. It's a little bit slow to do the the actual trading. It's not like a normal one. Now, it'd be interesting to see if Komodo comes up with this BarterDEX being much faster exchange. So that will be interesting when that happens. So I don't think it's online yet. I think they're working on it because this is in their white paper. It was the very next thing. So there was the coin offering and now the atomic swap. That's the next thing that they're working on, BarterDEX. So I don't think there's any links to it yet. I'll just see, there might be a bit of information about it. Okay, so there's a bit of a screenshot. Okay. So lightweight, no blockchain download, no thefts or hack, private keys stay under control. It's like a wallet with a built-in exchange. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly when that is coming out. I don't have the exact date for that, but that'll be interesting when that's available. And who knows? It might be fast. If it's fast and can handle, it's decentralized and it'll handle these transactions. It's doing something new that I haven't seen done before, compared to something like IDEX, which uses the Ethereum platform. So you can only use certain tokens with this. I assume with Komodo you can use different ones. I haven't looked that far into it yet, but I'd assume you can use other tokens. So that will be interesting. I'll keep an eye on that one. And as you can see, it's had a good gain today, 32%. Now, Fahish says Komodo is a pump and dump coin. So it may be, but I don't know. I don't think this period here when the whole market went up, including Bitcoin, I'm not really sure that constitutes a pump and dump. The price has not gone too crazy from what I can see. It's been around the 20 cents, up to $2. No, I mean, I don't know what your class is pump and dump, but to me, this is not too bad. Some of the coins that get pumped and then dumped, and then nothing happens after those. Like, it depends on what future that coin has. If the coin has no future and there's no development of it and nothing's happening with it, but it's getting pumped up and then people buy it and then they sell it off to all the people getting into it, but really there's nothing happening with the coin, sure, that's a pump and dump. But some of these ones here does look like it's got a future, does look like they're working on a project. And if this exchange, they can pull it off, they're going to get users, and once they can get users to the platform, they'll be able to monetize that, and it's only going to make this coin much more in demand. So yeah, interesting for that one. At the moment, 822.29 for Bitcoin, so it's still going strong. Be good to see that move closer to 9,000. That would be great. So yeah, and this one's just as I said, the IDEX, and basically everything's done with smart contracts. These are all basically what you do is you send this, all done by the actual software. It sends your ETH and locks it up into a smart contract, and then when you initiate a trade, it then matches up with the other trades that are there, and then it will actually transfer the ETH over to that person, and you will receive the tokens, and it does that swap, and then you can take your funds back out. So it's a really good platform to pick up, and it's starting to pick up a lot of volume over Ether Delta. So yes, that's a good thing. Let's have a look what else, let's see what other questions, and if you guys got anything on the live stream, if you need me to answer any of your questions, you've got my attention. Maybe for another 10 minutes before we head off. I've got a ICO coming up tonight, probably another hour or so. So I need to get ready for that. So that's pretty exciting. Actually, we'll have a look at another question. Someone says, "Is Cardano a scam?" No, Cardano is not a scam. The scams that I class scams are basically Ponzi schemes, like straight out Ponzi schemes, and lending programs. They're called scams. You could class everything else as a scam if you want to, but you could class whole cryptos as scams. But I don't, and you could, printing money as a scam. But I only class scams are things that are known to rip people off, and Ponzi schemes is one of them. Lending programs are just Ponzi schemes, so no, I don't think Cardano is a Ponzi scheme. I think it's just a project, just a coin. All right, let's have a quick look. I'm gonna have a look at some of these upcoming ICOs. Just have a quick look on ICO drops. So with you guys, just want to let me know, are you holding at the moment, or did you guys sell off, or are you just holding through this period at the moment? Okay, so these are some of the ones that are upcoming. So you got Tether in a couple of hours, Fund Request, Remy, Doc. So most of these are all coming up in February. Sapien Network, Exum Chain. There's a whole bunch of them. Now, I don't have the time to go into all those at the moment, but if you are interested in ICOs, you can always click my link below. Basically, get the same education that I did with the ICOs. A good friend, NG Gavin, he did this amazing course, so I strongly recommend that. And that's how I've learned a heap about ICOs. So that's been awesome. I've got a couple of hundred members now, and so the Slack group is huge. Everyone's in there discussing it, and normally every Monday we talk about the upcoming ICOs and what's happening and what's everyone getting into. So yeah, this is so ICO drops is where you can get an idea of what's coming up. Now, out of these ones, you might. The thing is, which ones are going to be the ones you're going to get into, and it requires a a bit of research, and you've got to know what you're doing. Hence why you need someone to show you how to do that, because you only have to make a mistake, and one, you can get scammed by scammers who pretend to be from the ICOs. Okay, that happens a lot. And also some of these ICOs are just not so good, okay? And you don't want to waste your money putting them into the bad ones. So the good thing is when you've got a team of people that all they do is ICOs and a heap of members that just do ICO after ICO, they know what they're doing, okay? And they'll make sure that you get the best possible information for choosing and getting the right ICO. So yeah, that's pretty exciting to get involved with. But if you're not quite at the ICO stage, then you just need to look at normal coins and get comfortable with coins. And yeah, basically you need to start out with just purchasing coins on a regular basis, okay, and start building up your portfolio. And right now was probably the best time to get back into the market. And if you can set up a continual payment and start building up your portfolio, it won't take long before your portfolio is quite big, and then you can get into other things. Once you feel comfortable with that, then you can move into maybe some other coins and other projects that you think have got some value. At the moment, you might want to just stick with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum and Litecoin, some of the big ones. And then later on, you might want to try some of these ICOs, or you might try to, if that's too risky for you, if you feel that's too risky, you can just try trading or getting into some of the coins after they come out on exchanges as well. But yeah, it's just most of the time it's a matter of putting a little bit of research into which ones are going to be good, and make sure that you don't get scammed. You know, that's the big thing. There are so many scams out there, and you got to be looking for the genuine ones. And I found ICO drops, the ones that are listed there, these links, I would say 99% of them are correct, and they're not scams. They're genuine ICOs. But of course, some are going to do well and some are not going to do so well. So you've got to get the information on that. We'll have a quick look at Tether. So Tether, what they're trying to solve, it's a interesting little project. Like a little video, I think, of how it all works on their website. I won't run that now, but you can check out the video. It's called Tether, DETHER.io. And basically, you can buy and sell crypto for cash and also spend it in physical stores. So essentially they're trying to turn your mobile phone into an ATM, which is a pretty cool idea. Something similar to this would be like local Bitcoins, but this is basically putting like local Bitcoins into an app, and essentially you are the bank. So if you've got cash and someone's got Ether, you can swap, or you might have Ether and someone else has cash and wants to get Ether from you. So you can actually become a seller of crypto for cash, or you can buy from sellers, or it can be a shop. So you can actually have displayed and you know, you can sell things that you have in your shop and accept crypto. So it's a really good project. They've already got an alpha out, and basically they'll have, I think the roadmap is that they're going to have this out this year in terms of the main project. And so very interesting project. So that one's coming up very shortly. And so yeah, that's pretty exciting. That was just one out of a few that's coming up. And oh cool, we just hit 8,300 on Bitcoin. That's awesome. That's good. That's what I like to see. Yes. Alrighty. So hopefully this is like the bounce, and we don't get back down to the 3 and 4, 5,000. I wouldn't like to see that. I just like to see this continue to move on up. I think we've got some. If we get a couple of days of green, we're going to be heading up towards that 9,000. So I think that's a good sign. Alrighty. Let's see if any last questions if you guys have got in the chat. Nothing there. That's all good. Alrighty, I'm going to finish up now, so I can get ready for this ICO that's coming up. I appreciate everyone on board. Thank you very much. And I will catch up with you tomorrow. Okay, see you then. Bye.